Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Food Science and Technology. Today we are going to discuss about health benefits of probiotics. Not only just health benefits, we'll go through the mechanism of probiotics and also products which contain some of these probiotic products. So let's not wait, let's just move on to the topic. Let us move to the definition part. Probiotics are live microorganisms that have a health benefits when consumed. Trillions of these microorganisms live in the stomach and intestine and make up the gut microbiota, which is considered a key to health. The good bacteria in the intestines have a symbiotic relationship with the body, getting energy from the foods people eat and providing health benefits to the entire body. Not all probiotics are the same, and every person has unique gut microbiota that responds to the probiotics differently. It is important to consume a combination of strains that have been shown to be effective to drive the greatest potential health benefits. Let us move to the introduction part. The association of probiotics with well-being has a long history. More than a century has passed since Thiesier observed that gut microbiota from healthy breastfed infants were dominated by rods with a bifid shape, which we call as bifidobacteria, which were absent from formula-fed infants suffering from diarrhea. Establishing the concept that they suffering from diarrhea played a role in maintaining health. Since then, a series of studies have supported this association, but they were originally poorly designed and controlled and faced practical challenges such as strain specificity of properties other than human health. By time, they have successfully evolved, with the more recent ones accumulating more substantial evidence that probiotic bacteria can contribute to human health. These data have coincided with the increasing consumer awareness about the relationship between health and nutrition, creating a supporting environment for the development of the functional food concept introduced to describe foods or other food ingredients exhibiting beneficial effects on the consumer's health beyond their nutritional value. The functional food market is expanding, especially in Japan, its birthplace, with further growth prospects in Europe and the United States, and the 8th most countries. The largest share of its products is held by probiotics. The reported beneficial effects of probiotics consumption include improvement of intestinal health, amelioration of symptoms of lactose intolerance, and reduced of the risk of various other diseases, and several well-characterized strains of lactobacilli and bifidobacteria are available for human use. Nevertheless, despite the promising evidence, the role of probiotics in human health as well as the safety of other applications should be further or investigated, as the current knowledge of their functionality in the gut is not complete. Now let us move towards the products which contain probiotics. The first product is yogurt. Probiotic yogurt is linked to a number of health benefits and may be suitable for people with lactose intolerance. Make sure to choose yogurt that has active or live cultures in it. Then, kefir. Kefir is a fermented milk drink. It is a better source of probiotics than yogurt, and people with lactose intolerance can often drink kefir with no problems. Then the third product which has probiotic in it, that is sauerkraut, is a finely cut fermented cabbage. It is rich in vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. Make sure to choose pasteurized brands that contain live bacteria in it. And now the fourth product is tempeh. Tempeh is a fermented soybean product that serves as a popular high-protein substitute for meat. It contains a decent amount of vitamin B12, which is a nutrient food mainly found in animal products. Then moving on to the fifth product, that is kimchi. Kimchi is a spicy Korean side dish usually made from fermented cabbage. Its lactic acid bacteria may benefit digestive health. The sixth product we have here is MISO. MISO is a fermented soybean paste again and a popular Japanese seasoning. It is rich in several important nutrients which may help, especially in women, for the treatment of cancer and stroke. Next product we have here is kombucha. Kombucha is a fermented tea drink. It is claimed to have a wide range of health benefits, but more research is needed. The next product we have here is pickles. Pickles are cucumber that have been pickled in salty water and fermented. They are low in calories and high in vitamin K. However, pickles are made of using vinegar, do not have probiotic effects. Coming to the ninth product, that is traditional buttermilk. Traditional buttermilk is a fermented dairy drink mainly consumed in India, Nepal and Pakistan. Cultured buttermilk found in American supermarket does not have any probiotic benefits. The second last product we have is natto. Is a fermented soy product that is a staple in Japanese kitchens. It contains a high amount of vitamin K2, which may help prevent osteoporosis and heart attack. The last thing we have some type of cheese including cheddar, mozzarella and gouda contain probiotics. Cheese is very nutritious and may benefit heart and bone disease. Next we are moving towards the mechanism. Here we got three types of mechanism of action. Number 1, a competition for nutrients and for ecological niche. At this time, the indigenous anaerobic flora limits the concentration of potentially pathogenic flora in the digestive tract. Probiotics can have a direct effect on other microorganic substances. Through inhibition of pathogen adhesion, this kind of major defense mechanism is used to maintain internal condition. The second mechanism we got here is involved in the production of antimicroorganism substances like bacteriocins, toxins, organic acids, short-chain fatty acid production, lowering of gut pH. These substances are responsible for inhibit the growth of other harmful microbes such as foodborne pathogens and spoilage organisms in gut environment, then lead to the death of the pathogen by creating antagonistic condition, and such action by result in the inactivation of toxins. Probiotic mode of actions are carried out based on microbial products, which is determined a specific probiotic action and its effective by destruction of the target cell. The third mechanism we got here is the stimulation or modulation of specific and non-specific immune responses by T cell activation to cytokine production or throughout immunomodulation by including phagocytosis and immunoglobulin A secretion, modifying T cell responses, enhancing Th1 response and attenuating Th2 response. The mode of action is most likely important in the prevention of bacteria can exert an immunomodulatory effect. These bacteria have the ability to interact with epithelial and dendritic cells and with monocytes or macrophages and lymphocytes. In various strategies, they are interact and modulate the immune response in a good manner. The immunological advantages of probiotics can be because of activation of local macrophages and lymphocytes. The immunological advantages of probiotics can be because of activation of local macrophages and modulation of immunoglobulin A production locally. Macrophages and modulation of immunoglobulin A production locally and systematically to change pro or anti-inflammatory cytokine profiles or to the modulation of responses towards food antigens. Then moving to the health benefits. Number 1. Probiotic and allergies. Allergy are misguided reaction of the immune system in response to or what should be harmless particles. Probiotics treat allergies by healing your damaged digestive system, which decreases inflammation stabilities to your gut lining. An allergy is a hypersensitivity reaction initiated by immunological mechanism. Probiotics modify the structure of antigens, reduce their immunologenicity, intestinal permeability, and the generation of pro-inflammatory cytokines that are eminent in the particles patients with a diversity of allergic disorders. Lactobacillus and rhamnosus alleviating the symptoms of food allergies at the same time have significant role in reduction of risk for developing allergies disease. Already known strategies to solve allergies disorders by prevention of antigen translocation into bloodstream, improve mucosal barrier function and prevent excessive immunologic responses to increased amount of antigen stimulation of the gut. The second health benefits is probiotics in blood pressure. It has also been demonstrated that probiotics and their products can improve blood pressure through mechanisms including improving total cholesterol and low-density lipoprotein cholesterol levels, reducing blood sugar level and insulin resistance, regulating the renin-angiotensin system, and significant reduction takes place in blood or serum cholesterol when cholesterol is elevated. Interestingly, probiotics supplementation might positively help in reducing blood pressure in the hypertensive condition. Then the probiotic and inflammatory bowel disease. Incorporation of probiotic bacteria has an ability to become stable the immunological barrier in the gut mucosa by declining the generation of local pro-inflammatory cytokines. Probiotics is used for treatment of the inflammation bowel disease and pouchitis. Potential mechanisms include suppression of growth or epithelial binding and invasion of pathogenic substances, improved epithelial barrier or function and immunoregulation. The effect of probiotics are probably both strain dependent and dose dependent. Then probiotic and urinogenital infection. Bacterial vaginosis is an abnormal vaginal condition that is characterized by vaginal discharge and results from an overgrowth of a typical bacteria in the vagina. A urinary tract infection is an infection involving the kidneys, ureters, bladder, or urethra. These are the structures that urine passes through before being eliminated from the body. Urinogenital infection occurs due to change in vaginal environment from the body, in which lactobacilli decreases in concentration or absent. Lactobacilli are the prominent microbial factors that governs the presence, growth, colonization, and persistence of no endogenous microorganisms in vagina. As the lactobacillus count decreases, the protection provided by them against uropathogens also decreases. It is also proved that lactobacilli are used in bacterial vaginosis is supported by positive results obtained in clinical trials. Then moving on to the probiotics and liver disease. Microflora resident in intestinal lumen plays a significant role in hepatocytes functions. Alternation to the type and amount of microorganisms that live in the intestine tract can result in serious and harmful liver dysfunction such as cirrhosis, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, alcoholic liver disease, and hepatic encephalopathy. Probiotics is used as a novel treatment strategy against liver disease in a mechanism of regulation, resolution, and alternation strategy of gut microflora and immune function. Probiotics are useful in the treatment of chronic liver disease as they block ultimately to liver by increasing the strength of intestinal barrier. Then moving on to the next disease, which are benefited by probiotics are probiotics and cholesterol assimilation. Probiotic strains, particularly lactic acid microscopic organisms, have a noteworthy part to play in the cholesterol by bringing down the mechanism. The cholesterol levels can be cut down directly or indirect by using probiotics. Direct mechanism involves inhibition of de novo synthesis, decreases in dietary cholesterol retention can be diminished by three ways: assimilation, binding, or by degradation. Probiotic strains absorb the cholesterol for their particular digestion. Or probiotic strains can attach to the cholesterol particle and they are capable of dehazing cholesterol to its catabolic products. The cholesterol level can be decreased in an indirect way by deconjugating the cholesterol to butyric acids, in this way lessening an aggregate body pool. Hypercholesterolemia, that is elevated blood cholesterol level, is considered a major risk factor for the development of coronary heart disease. Therefore, lowering the serum cholesterol levels is important to prevent the disease. The cholesterol removing ability of LAB isolate was assessed in vitro and in vivo mechanism. The next health benefit is probiotics and dental care. Dental caries is a multifactorial disease of bacterial origin that is described by corrosive demineralization of the tooth enamel. It seems following changes in the homeostasis of the oral environment, promoting multiplication of the bacterial biofilm composed of streptococci from the mutants group To have a helpful impact in restricting or averting dental caries, a probiotic must have the ability to stick to dental surfaces and coordinates into the bacterial groups making up the dental biofilm. It must also compete with the antagonize the cariogenic bacteria and thus prevent their proliferation. Finally, metabolism of food-grade sugars by the dairy products lies in their capacity to neutralize acidic conditions. For instance, it just been accounted that cheese prevents demineralization of the enamel and advances in remin realization. Moving on to the next benefit, that is probiotics and orthodontic treatment. White spot lesions are caused by Streptococcus mutans and they are the basic scars found amid and after orthodontics treatment. The well-being advancing microbes can address the lopsided in the oval biofilm by intensely hindering the pathogens and moving the oval milk hull to the higher pH, thereby turning around the demineralization. Fixed orthodontics appliances are considered to endanger dental well-being because of gathering of microorganisms that may cause enamel demineralization, clinically visible as white spot lesions. Besides the intricate plan of orthodontics, bands and brackets may make a biological environment that encourages the foundation and development of cariogenic mutant Streptococcus strains. The next benefit is probiotics and oral health. A standout among the most imperative advantages in the oral cavity is lessening of inflammation. Probiotics can help to destroy the harmful microbes in the oral cavity by fighting against them and helps in maintaining the healthy gums and teeth. Since probiotics is an all-natural treatment, should not have any side effects. Probiotics and voice prosthesis. Probiotics empathetically diminish the occurrence of pathogenic bacteria in the voice prostatic biofilms, effectively disposes of biofilm development on indwelling voice prosthesis, possibly related to the presence of Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus bulgarius. The next, probiotics and halitosis. Halitosis or bad breath is the condition when the breath has unpleasant odor. It has many causes. For example, utilization of specific foods, metabolic disorders, respiratory tract infections, and related with an irregularity of the commensal microflora of the oral cavity. Essentially, it is started from the activity of anaerobic bacteria that corrupt salivary and food proteins to create amino acids which are truly changed into volatile sulfur compounds including hydrogen sulfide and methane thiol. Next comes probiotics and periodontal disease. Pervasiveness of lactobacilli, especially Lactobacillus gasseri and L. fermentum in the oral cavity was more prominent among healthy participants than among patients with chronic periodontitis. The limit of lactobacilli to repress the development of periodontopathogens Together, these perceptions recommend that lactobacilli living in the oral cavity could play a role in the oral ecological balance. Then immunological enhancement or immunity stimulation. Probiotics have biological effect in immunological functionality. The immunological benefits of probiotics can be due to activation of local macrophages and modulation of immunoglobulin A products locally and systematically, to changes in pro or anti-inflammatory cytokine profiles, or to the modulation of response towards food antigens. The intrinsic properties of lactobacilli modulate the immune system make them appealing, with reinforcing of non-specific and antigen-specific defense against infection and tumors, adjuvant impact in antigen particular immune responses, regulating the effects of Th1 or Th2 cells, products of anti-inflammatory cytokines, improving phagocytosis action of granulocytes, cytokines, improving phagocytic action of granulocytes, cytokine discharge in lymphocytes, and increase immunoglobulin emitting cells in blood in order to scale up antibody production. This is ordinary reaction of probiotics, which are all demonstrative of changes in the immune system. An inflammatory immune response delivered cytokine actuated monocytes and macrophages, causing the arrival of cytotoxic particles fit for lysine, tumor cells, and pathogens in the body. Last benefits of probiotics is probiotics and HIV. Probiotics appear to support maintenance of a strong gut epithelial layer, improve gut barrier function, and stimulation of innate immunity, which act as the first layer of defense against translocation of viral particles and bacterial pathogens. When immune system is well developed, able to prevent HIV replication and slow down the progression of AIDS in host. Daily consumption of probiotics over a prolonged period of time can improve CD4 count in people living with HIV. A screening of saliva taken from several volunteers demonstrated that some lactobacillus strains created mannose found on HIV envelope. The binding of the sugar called mannose found HIV envelope. The binding of the sugar empowers the microscopic organisms, that is bacteria, to adhere to the mucosal coating of the mouth and gastric tract and colonize them. One of the strain indicated mannose binding protein particles into its surrounding, which binding to sugar coating, hence for the neutralizing HIV. It is also observed that the trapped immune cell by lactobacilli leads to formation of clumps, leading immobilization of any immune cells harbors HIV and preventing them to infect other cells. Then moving on to the conclusion part, there is a scientific evidence supporting the incorporation of probiotics in nutrition as means of derivation of health benefits. This evidence seems adequate concerning the prevention and treatment of certain conditions, while simply promising or even controversial when it comes to other. The best documented effects include bowel disorders such as lactose intolerance, antibiotic associated diarrhea, and infections diarrhea, and allergic and emerging evidence accumulates concerning their potential role in various other conditions. In the same time as relevant consumer awareness grows, such products are becoming increasingly popular and tend to represent one of the largest functional food markets, becoming Finally, dairy products, particularly yogurts, continue to be the most important and vehicle for delivery of probiotic bacteria to the consumer, with the non-dairy sector continuously evolving as well as a result of food technology advances and growing demand. A various circle is therefore created as the range of new products with improved sensory appeal, alliance, consumer acceptance increase, and food industry invents move to this growing market by development of new processes and products. Further research in the form of controlled human studies is needed to determine which probiotics and which dosages are associated with the greatest efficiency and for which safety and limitation. That's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was useful. Please do like, share and comment, and do subscribe, and don't miss my upcoming videos about food science and technology. Thank you guys. Take care.